Hello there, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shira Abang Mansur and you're now watching English News at 5. Let's dive into the headlines for today. Deputy Prime Minister Dato Sri FADILLAH Yusof took the lead among 77 honorees receiving the second batch of commemorative medals in conjunction with the 60th anniversary of Sarawak's independence held at the State Legislative Assembly Dun Complex on Wednesday. The Minister of Plantation and Commodities and Petrajaya Member of Parliament was conferred the Gold Pingat Peringatan Cemerlang Jubilee Intan presented by Sarawak's Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng.
Meanwhile, the other 43 recipients of the gold medal comprised of 31 elected representatives, while another 11 recipients included Senate President Tan Sri Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jafar. At the same time, 34 recipients were scheduled to receive the Pingat Peringatan Cemerlang Jubilee Intan Perak. However, 2 of them were unable to attend the event. On July 22nd, the first batch of recipients received their medals. These medals are presented to individuals who have made significant contributions to Sarawak's development and demonstrated exceptional service to the state.
A Memorandum of Understanding MOU signed between the Sarawak Dayak Graduates Association SDGA and Nanjing Agricultural University NAU aims to boost the agriculture systems in Sarawak, noting that with the state's aim in achieving a developed status by 2030, SDGA President Dr. Jawing Chungat said agriculture is an important step they are looking into. Hence, the collaboration is expected to be a catalyst for the state's aspiration in becoming the main producer of food in the region.
And we are very happy that this morning the ministry has received us with open arms and are very open to any potential collaborations in the future. And I hope that with this partnership together with Nanjing Agricultural University, of which we signed a Memorandum of Understanding yesterday at our headquarters in SDGA, we hope that this would be a catalyst for further development of the agricultural sector and also to help with the aspiration of the Sarawak government to be a net food exporter by the year 2030.
At the same time, Dean of Nanjing Agricultural University, Professor Dr. Han Ji Kin, said his team will identify the area of focus related to rice cultivation, breeding and medicines to pinpoint the development capacity and the next collaboration.
So Nanjing Agricultural University, which already has history of more than 120 years, during these years we have been working very hard to improve or to modernize agriculture and increase the income of the farmers, as well as to provide young people with more opportunities or with a conducive environment that they are able to work in agriculture.
He added that through extensive experience working with more than 30 countries in development capacity, including providing various types of scholarships for master's and doctoral degrees, PhDs, he urged graduates in Malaysia to join the Master's and Doctor of Philosophy program in related fields which will benefit Sarawak. Now was established in 1902 and is considered one of the best universities in China in terms of agriculture.
Sarawak Marine Region 5 arrested a local man in Miri on Monday over suspicions of attempting to smuggle duty-free cigarettes worth 439,000 ringgit. Miri District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner ACP Alexan Nagachabu said the 37-year-old man was detained to assist in investigations.
The seizure was made by a team of 4 from Intelligence Unit during Operation Contraband at Jalan Usahawan, located behind a petrol station at Jalan Miri Bypass around 10 a.m.
Hasil pemeriksaan di tempat kejadian mendapati sebanyak 39 kotak rokok putih pelbagai jenama disyaki tanpa cukai kastam ditemui di dalam van berkenaan. Soal siasat yang dijalankan oleh pihak polis ke atas pemandu van terbabit mendapati dia gagal mengemukakan sebarang dokumen yang sah daripada pihak kastam.
He said the operation team also seized a van worth 10,000 ringgit.
Suspek dan semua barang rampasan dibawa ke markas taktikal Pasukan Polis Marin Wilayah 5 Miri dan kemudiannya telah diserahkan kepada pegawai penyiasat daripada Jabatan Siasatan Jenayah di Ibu Pejabat Polis Daerah Miri untuk tindakan selanjutnya.
The case is being investigated under the Customs Act 1967.
The number of dengue fever cases increased by 4.7% to 2,542 cases in the 31st epidemiological week, ME31, from July 30th to August 5th, compared to 2,427 cases in the previous week. Health Director General Dato' Dr. Muhammad Radzi Abu Hassan said 2 deaths due to dengue fever complications were also reported in ME3.
He said the number of cumulative dengue fever cases reported so far was 71,193 compared to 32,521 cases in the corresponding period last year, an increase of 118.9% or 38,672 cases. Dr. Muhammad Radzi said, however, the number of hotspot localities dropped to 86 from 93 in the previous week. Of the total, 69 localities were in Selangor, 7 in Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya, 3 each in Perlis and Kedah, and 2 each in Negeri Sembilan and Sabah. Meanwhile, Dr. Muhammad Radzi said 2 chikungunya cases were recorded in ME31, bringing the cumulative number of cases to 147. As for the surveillance of Zika, 1,862 blood samples and 129 urine samples were screened, and the results were all negative. He said that hot weather alternating with rain was a favorable condition for Aedes mosquitoes to breed.
Welcome back. Back in Kuching, a few more days left before the Kuching Food Festival KFF wraps up, and like any other year, food enthusiasts got to enjoy dishes that are not commonly found in the city. Vendors have expressed satisfaction when it comes to their sales, though some experience a slight drop due to economic challenges. As a newcomer for KFF, Taco by Hanaya served a creative yet innovative take on the Mexican dish, using contrasting colors to attract hungry customers.
Yes, our first time here at Kuching Fest, so the crowd has been amazing. They are very daring to try our new products. As you can see, our products here, this is our signature product. You cannot find this anywhere, I believe. It's our Blackpink taco, this whole piece of unagi, which is no less than 50 centimeters, as well as the D24 durian in the center, in between the rice and everything. So it's quite something new, and it's quite surprising that Sarawakians are daring to try this product at this time.
Since it is their first time with KFF, Jeremy said there is no standard of sales to compare to, but is rather satisfied to provide their customers with unique and tasty food not commonly found in the city. For another regular vendor, Taco Nut, experienced a slight drop in sales. According to its chef, Hafizan Abdul Muttalib, their daily average sales in this year's KFF is about 3,000 ringgit, a difference of 1,000 ringgit in their average daily sales.
To be honest, last year sambutannya lebih meriah lah. Mungkin disebabkan tahun tu kita kekangan ekonomi lah apa semua, jadi customernya lebih memilih yang lebih macam yang jarangnya makan lah, ataupun ada menu baru. Sebab ya tahun tu kita ada menu baru lah, Golden York, yang baru dari yang lain lah.
They are giving out discount coupons for customers to spend at their stall as their last ride before KFF closes its curtain. Another newcomer for KFF, Tongmo Gula Apong, expressed their pleasant surprise when their dish has been selling well at the event. Ain Charmiza Suhaili, a supervisor from sister company Al Noor, said their dish caught the attention of many food-goers, particularly Muslims, due to its resemblance to foods that are commonly non-halal.
Mun di Kamboja benda ya daging yang dah si bagus, tapi nya proses dijadikan makanan sida. Tapi kita tu kami orang tu pakai yang fresh lah, kan takut lidah kita tu orang pada kenanya masam mo. Orang ingat ya basi, tapi nya sebenarnya nang macam ya, nang rasanya macam ya.
Masa tongmo sebenarnya gini.
Nya masam. Oh, tapi tu nya si masam. Sebab kita ada gelapong jadi si masam. So kami orang pun suka je mun masam. Kami orang pernah cari juga yang original dari Kamboja ya. Nya masam lah, nya macam sesuai dengan tekak. And kami orang pun sos pun homemade. Sos style-nya kami orang pun sendiri semua.
Tongmo Gula Apong said Ain has no physical shops and only partakes in events across Sarawak to maintain its exclusivity and demand. KFF will end this Sunday, August 20th.
On to the global news. The death toll from the horrific Maui wildfires surpassed 100 on Tuesday as local and state officials warned that the number would rise. Acknowledging public frustration from residents still barred from visiting Lahaina, its State Governor Josh Green said a makeshift morgue was expanded to deal with the tragedy.
As I mentioned earlier, we have a large force of people here on the ground. We now have 416 people from FEMA, 273 specifically from the National Guard as well, 185 in the emergency response with 20 dogs, finding those who have suffered. 101 lives have now been lost. 27% of the survey has been completed.
Meanwhile, Green said over a quarter of the disaster zone has been searched with dogs trained to look for bodies combing the ashes of what was once Lahaina, a picturesque tourist spot on Maui. Green has repeatedly warned that the final count from the last week's inferno in Lahaina, already the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over a century, would grow significantly, urging Hawaiians to gird for a number that could be 2 or 3 times its present level. Meanwhile, in the kitchen at the University of Hawaii Culinary School in Kahului, about 50 kilometers north of Lahaina, some of the archipelago's most renowned chefs sprang into action to help as best as they could in the kitchen with 9,000 meals prepared every day. Dozens of trays of food disappear in minutes with an endless row of volunteers filling small containers, which are then placed in coolers. Simeon, a Maui-based chef known nationally as an ambassador of Hawaiian cuisine and other culinary stars, such as fellow Top Chef contestant Lee Ann Wong, whose restaurant was raised in the fire, are now working in 3 shifts to feed the homeless and those who remain in Lahaina. Lahaina, an historic tourist town of about 12,000 people on Maui's west coast, was devastated by a raging fire last week, leaving at least 96 dead and thousands homeless. Over 1,400 residents who lost everything are now in shelters, staying with relatives or spending the night in their cars.
And those were the updates on TVS News at 5. I'm Shura Abang Mansoor. Thank you for watching.